Okay, so a little bit more on simplifying expressions. Okay, so this is something that kind of helps to write it on top of, like if you're taking a test or something, it kind of helps you to remember which is which. So here we're multiplying two x's together that have exponents. And what we do here, this is like two x's followed by three x's, which is a total of five x's. So when you're multiplying these terms, we add the exponents. But in contrast over here, this is like having x squared three times, which would be a total of six. And so over here, we multiply exponents. So when it's a power to a power, you multiply. And if you've got two variables being multiplied, we add the exponents. Okay, so here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take care of what's within the parentheses first. So this is 2 to the 4th, which is 16, x to the 4th over x to the 3rd. So personally, I like to combine, we'll do the whole numerator first. So again, we have x squared times x to the 4th. So same base, we're going to add these exponents. So we'll put the coefficient in front over x to the 3rd. And again, here, there's two ways you can look at it. You can say, oh, I've got six x's on top of three x's. When they cancel, I have three left. So you can mentally see that, taking away the ones that match. Or technically the way we should do it is by bringing this up. And we do that by changing the sign of the exponent. And now we can add 6 plus -3 is 3. So that would be our final answer. Okay, not too bad. Now let's take a peek at another one. 1/3 times 4ab squared. Okay, and so we've got new variables and not all of them match this time. So I'm going to get rid of these parentheses first. So 4 squared is 16. Now this is the power to a power rule. Like when we had this power to a power, we multiplied. So since there's nothing on this a, I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 because it's an understood 1. So 1 times 2 would make that an a squared. And then we have b to the 4th. Okay, so now these are all being multiplied. So 3 times 16. Now we can combine our a terms. And again, this is just multiplying the terms, which means adding the exponents. So 3 plus 2 gives us 5. And the same thing with the b's. B cubed times b to the 4th, we add the exponents, giving us a 7. See? And our last one, a new page for this one. Here we have 3. We'll bring in some fractional exponents. X squared, y to the -½ all to the -2. Okay, so there's a couple of ways we could go about this. We could distribute that -2 onto each term, but personally, I am just going to take care of it by flipping the entire fraction. Okay, because again, a negative exponent means everything's in the wrong place. So when we flip this, 3 is y to the 3rd, y to the -½ Now it's all to a positive 2. So from here, again, we've got 2 ways we could do it. We could work what's in the fraction first, or we can go ahead and square everything first. And I think it's easier in this case to square everything first because it's going to get rid of these pesky fractions. Okay, so this is again power to a power, which means multiplying. -1/2 times 2. The 3 is squared, so I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. So 3/2 times 2, the 2's cancel, leaving me a 3. And here again, I multiply, getting a 6. Okay, so it's a lot cleaner. Now we still have one negative exponent there. So let's do this. 3 squared becomes 9. This x to the 4th is here. So this guy is going to come down as a positive. Oops, we put this x to the 3rd back. Y to the 6th. So he's going to come down, making him a positive 1 now. Okay. So then, again, looking at these x's, I've got 4 on top, 3 on the bottom. Once they cancel, how many does that leave on top? Right? There'd be 1 left, but we're going to go ahead and write it out. I'm going to bring him up by making it a -3. And then we're going to go ahead and combine these y's. They're being multiplied, so we add the exponents. Okay, and then again, if we add our x's, and that's it. So these aren't too bad, just nice and slow.